Three sides to every story. One person's side, the other person's side, and then the actual truth.
In the absence of the truth will prevail. So as long as nobody out there spitting real, you know, you can come up with anything and it'll sell. You know what I'm saying? But once you put the truth out there, it's like people have something to compare everything else to.
The battle of who is the real Jew.
Who is the real Jew?
Who's the real Jew out of you two? Let's see.
Guys, I'm like about to like literally.
You don't embody like the baby penises. You don't embody that.
Having that conversation.
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of conversation.
We're going right into it.
And just
Okay, good. So I brought you a copy of my book.
let me see.
This is actually a not for resale author's copy. I signed it for you. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob guide you in all your journeys. Adam
So
King.
this Jewish book is allowed on Amazon, you said, right?
I actually hit #1 on Amazon.
But
Thank God.
when Kyrie shared
2 days
a DVD
after.
on Amazon, he couldn't play basketball.
And he paid $500,000 now to go beg some rabbis.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you want to find out who the true Israelites are, all you got to do is come to this Deuteronomy 28 and look at the conditions that the Israelites would be in and find out the people that match this description. It's not complicated. And there's only one nation of people that will fit this. You can't shade it and half measure it and try to sneak nobody in.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
You want
see
me?
the
Should I
biasness? That's the
should I
bias.
get on the phone right now and call like the Jewish
I'm pretty
Council?
sure you
and,
could.
like,
That's why you #1 on Amazon. You probably called
this is why people take out their.
Kyrie, vilify Kyrie, do everything against Kyrie, but they don't say nothing to Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon, that let that documentary sit on there since 2015.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
the hypocrisy.
Trying to be something that you not, and choices we got in life, those were your choices. Who shot who? Somebody got shot?
Jeff Bezos like, controls the media. He has his own little media empire. He's worth like hundreds of billions.
What's Jeff Bezos' race, ethnicity?
He's actually one
I
of
think
Jake's. He's one of Jake's
one
type
of the
of
few
whites.
media guys that aren't Jew. Most are.
He's one of
Jeff.
Jake's whites.
The majority are.
He's not one of Adam's whites. He's one of Jake's whites.
Yeah, that is true. The majority of the media.
I look at y'all as the same, and every time I say it, Jake's gonna say he's not my kind of white.
Yeah. He's peak white.
We're not brothers.
No.
We're not both white.
Yeah,
But that does represent.
We wouldn't marry each other's children to each other.
Correct.
Us peak whites don't.
That's
Us
great you
peak
brought that
whites
up.
don't
Marry your
like
children.
to interact.
Would you marry your daughter to one of those?
I wouldn't marry with you guys anyway either. I like.
Ashkenazi, right?
I am Ashkenazi, yeah.
So you can't be an Israelite then.
Well,
In Genesis, the 10th chapter, Ashkenaz come from Japhet. They don't come from Shem.
So we as Ashkenazi Jews identify with the region that we were exiled to. So at the time, before even Berlin was
Israelite.
the Talmud actually goes into great detail about King Solomon sending 400 families from the time of Benjamin, the first ever outpost in Ashkenaz,
But we
the
can't
kingdom of
trust the
Ashkenaz.
Talmud though. The Talmud.
Why
is where
can't you
get
trust the Talmud?
Because that's where you get the mitzvah pay. That's where you get where you're sucking on the baby penis.
You know, did you read it in the Talmud, or did you just read like an?
Did you grow up? What type of Judaism was it? Messianic, non-Messianic, Orthodox, unorthodox? How did you grow up?
5th generation Jew on both sides of my family from Los Angeles, which is literally unheard of. In the Bible, God says he's going to exile you to the 4 corners of the land.
That's not you guys though. We're not on that. I just want
And
to
the
know if you grew
Ashkenazi
up
Jews,
Orthodox
just
or
so you
not.
know, like we literally went to London, South Africa,
You did not.
Sydney, Australia, and
did
Los
not.
Angeles, the
You did
4
not.
corners of the land. It's very interesting.
Think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans. You took everything away from them and took them away from everything. They started in your country at less than 0, literally regarded and treated as subhuman, not allowed to learn to read or write or anything for hundreds of years. But you see, they come from a people of accomplishment to one degree or another, not a people of piracy and theft and appropriation. They come from a people who created and built and developed in their own land And even though you did everything that you could possibly do to suppress them, to hold them down, to hold them back, and you're still doing that until today, nevertheless, I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that African Americans have become a global cultural superpower. Culturally, they're a superpower. Whatever cultural soft power that America has in the global, and especially the African American experience.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 48. And thou shalt serve thy enemies, that the Lord shall send against thee, and in hunger, and in nakedness, and the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron around your neck.
I don't know if you can think of a people who were more held back.
As a matter of fact, if you want to find out who the true Israelites are, all you got to do is come to this Deuteronomy 28 and look at the conditions that the Israelites would be in and find out the people that match this description. It's not complicated. And there's only one nation of people that will fit this. You can't shade it and half measure it and try to sneak nobody in.
The Bible. No, I'm telling you, I'm from Los Angeles.
Four corners is us. So,
well, you might have gone to Los Angeles also. Did you guys build an air roof?
Russia, so say y'all the same white. That's why it's good for
no,
y'all.
He was like the host.
You called on him for help. Like you called on. This is what Jewish people do. What you just did.
Well, I mean,
is
like
what Jewish people do when they ask Trump for help in the war.
Neutral,
You couldn't beat me in the debate, so you ran to your dad.
That I know, if blacks had any sort of rulership in Europe, were the Moors of Spain.
Why did they call them swarthy? Why did they call them the Douglases?
This is like news to me.
Why did they call one of the kings?
All of a sudden, what's that show on?
Call one of the kings black boy. Why did Ben Franklin say we don't want America to be black like Europe was?
Is what?
Yeah, that we don't want America to be black like Europe. That's what they said.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
I don't know if you can think of a people who were more held back, more deprived, more sabotaged than African Americans.
As a matter of fact, if you want to find out who the true Israelites are, all you got to do is come to this Deuteronomy 28.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you should be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
And look at the conditions that the Israelites would be in and find out the people that match this description. It's not complicated. And there's only one nation of people that will fit this.
In the absence of the truth, will prevail. So as long as nobody out there spitting real, you can come up with anything and it'll sell. You know what I'm saying? But once you put the truth out there, it's like people have something to compare everything else to.
You can't shade it and half measure it and try to sneak nobody in.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're telling me the time of Napoleon Bonaparte, Europe was like black?
Yes, as America as a country had what's called a black president for a time, even though white people.
Who was our first black president? It wasn't Barack?
Let me say it differently.
Obama's Jewish.
African American.
Obama's Jewish?
Just kidding.
No, Obama is African, so I wouldn't say black.
He's okay.
We're not African.
Who was the first black president?
We're definitely different.
It's a general.
Who was the first you there? I don't like the term black or white. I think like it's completely ethnically incorrect, and the world is so much more diverse.
I don't like the term Jewish.
Black and white. Well, two are colors and one is an ethnicity. So
Jewish is not an ethnicity though.
How about
Jewish
like Yehuda?
Wait, hold up.
Or Judah?
Wait. Jewish is not an ethnicity.
Judah is the family.
I didn't say Judah. I said Jewish.
Jewish is Judish.
Jewish is religion.
So Jewish is Judish.
Ethnically, you're an Israelite by your father.
That's not actually true. You're not only what your father is. Research the scriptures, Ishmael. That's just one example. Even I'll go as far as to say Ephraim and Manasseh, but that's a long story to get you to understand. But neither one of them, because if Ishmael was not the same thing that Abraham was when Abraham got with Hagar, then there's no way that Ephraim and Manasseh are not the same as Joseph and his wife. So you are not only what your father is. Let's go.
In my parents' DNA test, my mother says 100% Ashkenazi Jew. It's unbelievable. They have an actual genetic marker. And my mother is a Bas Kohen, which means that she's an Ashkenazi Jew from the tribe of a descendant of Aaron the priest. My grandfather.
That don't even make sense.
It does, though.
No, it doesn't. How can you be Ashkenaz and Shemitic?
I'll tell you.
Ashkenaz is a Japhetic tribe.
Its first Ashkenazi Jewish community was established by King Solomon as an embassy outpost, and he had 400 families from the tribe of Benjamin go there.
Trying to be something that you not, and choices we got in life, those were your choices. Who shot who? Somebody got shot?
This is war. Pick your side, know your stand. This is war. No telling me not a story.